Hello, everyone, and welcome to Podcast Town. This is the show about Rob. Podcast. That's right.
There you go.
And I spoiled a little bit one of the host's names. It's Rob. That's you.
That's me, Rob Haddon.
Yep. And I am the other host, Chris McCarthy. And we would just like to say welcome to Podcast Town. You are now in it.
Population U, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't call them that.
Population bitch.
Not better. Population. How about just population us? It's inclusive. Them, you listening, and us.
No, we're better than them. We're the hosts.
No, we can't. Now, see, we're turning people off already.
No, they're turning us off.
No, yes, they are turning the podcast off. Yeah, because you're insulting them.
All right. I'll try that again.
Okay.
Population.
You can't even say it.
It's hard to be nice.
You can't even try to pretend to be nice. Oh, boy.
Welcome to Podcast Town, Population Us.
Great. I'll take it. It was sarcastic. It was not sincere, but I'll take it.
Sorry.
Yeah, so what are we doing here? This is a podcast about podcasts. We are playing other episodes of different podcasts on this show.
We're finding the deepest of the deep cuts when it comes to podcasts.
We are.
Things you've never heard before, things you never even thought someone would even try to talk about.
Yeah, these are podcasts that are not very well known.
No.
Known at all. Or known at all, yes. Like, you're not going to know about these. We guarantee it. You might be like, maybe I've heard of that one before. It sounds familiar. It hasn't. You haven't heard of it, and it's not familiar to you. Because I can tell you, you don't know about these podcasts. That's why our show exists, to show them to you. Right?
100%. You might be like, I've heard this. I think I've heard of that. Or it sounds familiar. No,
yes.
I can guarantee you, unless you've listened to this exact episode of Podcast Town before, you haven't heard the episode that we are about to play for you.
That's right. Yeah, that's the only way you will have heard this, is if you are re-listening to this episode of our show. And you're like, I do know about this show. And then it's like, well,
no shit, that's
get
cheating.
Off your high tower, because you're actually just making yourself sound dumber right now. And I don't want to insult
He's
people.
on a high tower?
I'd get off your high, yeah, right?
Horse.
Get off your high tower.
Get off your high tower from Police Academy.
Something about ivory tower.
Ivory tower. Get out of your ivory tower. Get off your high horse.
I mixed up my cliches. Now,
tabula rasa.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about this episode. We're going to play a podcast for you. This is what we do here. And this is interesting to me, Rob, because this is, if I'm not mistaken, the first podcast ever made.
It's literally just called Podcast.
Yeah, it is. It's called Podcast, and you'll see why in a minute. But it predates, like, tons of things that you would think you would need to have a podcast, like widespread internet,
a computer
usage, computers. Like, it predates a lot of this stuff. And you're like, well, now, wait a minute, guys. How is that possible? Listen, just stop asking questions.
Yeah, just listen to it.
And listen.
You'll understand why when you listen to it.
Just listen.
You keep talking and asking questions the whole time, you're going to miss something.
Stop interrupting us.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay, let's dial it back. We were getting...
Sorry, are they turning us off again?
They might be.
Am I turning them off?
Guys, just listen, please.
Yeah, come on.
It's nice.
It is nice. And we're happy to have... We're nice. Happy to have you with us.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you with us.
I know that was hard for you, Rob. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Anyway, we're going to play this right now and enjoy the first podcast ever made. Podcast.
The best in America, Radio Shack. Nobody compares to Radio Shack. A name people trust.
Okay, we recording this thing?
We're recording
this thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you gonna do the intro to you, or am I gonna welcome everybody?
No, I think I'll do it. Hello, congratulations. You are now in an exclusive club.
If you are watching this video, it is because you are the latest member of... Yes,
I'm sorry. Cut. This is not a video medium. This is audio only.
I understand.
That's okay. But
Did I say if you're watching this?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm so
That was literally the first thing you said.
Best in America.
Congratulations. Welcome to an exclusive club. You are now a Radio Shack employee. And you have essentially joined what is the A-team of retail.
This is, I think if you could liken it to anything, it would be the 80s show, The A-Team.
Yes. Which is a recent reference because it is 1990.
Well, this is the 1990 employee training podcast.
Yes, it is. And thank you, Don, for saying the word podcast. And everyone's going to hear this. And this is only for Radio Shack employees, by the way. If you play this for anyone who is not a Radio Shack employee, we will find out. You will be fired, and the tape will be
We
destroyed.
are putting homing vices on all of these tapes that we will be handing out.
It is true.
It'll be like a Mission Impossible kind of thing.
Now, you used a word that I want to touch on, and it was the word podcast. And now you're probably thinking, what is that?
Well, we used a word that's never been used before in the history of the world.
That's
Might
right.
never ever be used again.
Probably never again, and it's, well, only on this show, this podcast. And I'm going to tell you what a podcast is right now. It's a little thing that we made up. Me, Phil Pancetta.
And me, Don Kakachi.
We have invented this word. It stands for Phil or Don chat about sales training. Podcast. Now,
Podcast.
welcome to the team is what I wanted to say. You are listening to this, and if you're listening to this, you have just been hired. And if you've been hired, you have passed a series of very difficult tests, and that is a job interview at Radio Shack.
And if you've already gone through that, you already know what that entails, which is coming in, telling us your name, your address, your social security number, and we do a quick background check, which involves calling your mother and seeing if you do still live with her, because that is a qualification for working at Radio Shack. And then we send you on your way.
And we send you on your way to the store.
All the way to the top.
And that's where we are. We are the co-managers of the Parsippany, New Jersey Radio Shack, not the one at the mall.
I gotta say, though, I wish we were in the shopping mall, because honestly, I don't see how shopping malls are ever gonna die out. Who doesn't want to shop indoors in a stale environment that smells like Wetzel's pretzels?
I love leaving my house to go shopping. I love it. I hope I never have to do anything else.
My favorite thing to do is when I need something right now, or maybe in 2 days, I get in my car, I start it up, I drive there.
Now, don't
Remembering how to get there.
Don't skip over that. That part takes a while.
The
for you.
driving there?
No, the starting your car up.
Oh, by starting my car up. Yeah,
That's why you said 2 days. Let's be honest with the people.
it doesn't always start on time.
Right.
Sometimes I have to bring it to a mechanic, or have it towed to a mechanic, or just start walking to the mall.
He's being modest. This guy, I've seen him push his Corsica. Miles. How many miles would you say is the longest distance you've pushed your Corsica?
Well, I live 18 miles from Radio Shack in any direction, because I don't live in Parsippany. I live in Madison.
Yeah.
So I push my car all the way up here pretty much every day.
Okay. So
Because the car, to me, is a status symbol. If you don't got a car, what do you got? You think I'm going to take a bus?
just a car in general.
Yeah. You
Okay.
think I'm going to take a bus here?
Not specifically your Corsica.
Are you crazy? You think I'm going to let some hot chick see me just walking? What if she sees me walking along the highway with a car?
Well, she sees you pushing a car and in duress.
And then sometimes maybe chasing it downhill.
And I have seen you, because I drive here and my car does work. I've seen
You
you
go past
I've
me,
seen
you be-
you on the side of the road.
I try to lasso you.
And try is the operative word there.
I have lassoed and ripped off your antenna so many times, but since we work at a Radio Shack, boom, you get here, you get a new one every time.
I got a new antenna before you get to work. But Don, we can't talk about this all day. We gotta talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we were doing a training video. Again, not a video, huh?
No, it's not a video.
Podcast.
Don. You gotta get used to this. It's
I know,
audio
I know,
only.
I know.
It is a podcast. Phil or Don chat about sales
Well,
training.
that was the thing. We said to management, look, we're going to come up with a training program. We're going to come up with training videos. And management said, no,
Yes.
this is Radio Shack, not Video Shack.
Yeah, and this is unauthorized. If you're wondering,
that too.
are we supposed to be doing this? No. But do we like doing it? Maybe.
So far, so good.
Yeah. I think I'm enjoying this.
It feels good, and I like to continue to do things that feel good.
That is, if there's one thing I can say about you, it's that you continue to do things that feel good. Except, of course, push your car 18 miles a day, both ways.
After a little while, it starts to feel like Stockholm Syndrome, and eventually you enjoy it.
You get you've heard of a runner's high. You get a car pusher's high.
I do.
Which I've heard is the best drug known to man. Now, expand on that, please.
The sweet release when you finally get to the top of the hill, and then you crest it, and then the car starts to go down, and that weight finally comes off you. You have no idea how great that feels. The endorphins rush right to your brain. The blood leaves your feet. You fall down.
Well, it only lasts a second, because then you got to get on your horse and chase that bad boy.
Well, that's the thing. What you've done is basically gone from being the world's strongest man to the world's fastest man. It is a very difficult transition.
But I do want to point out, and you said the world's fastest man. I do want to point out, how many times have you actually caught up to your Chevy Corsica at the bottom of the hill and stopped it from hitting other things?
Oh, I've never caught it before.
Yes, and so every time it is smashing into other cars, pedestrians.
Well, listen.
Cyclists.
Listen.
You had a trolley once.
I had an entire triathlon once.
And we don't have time to get into this because we do have to train these Radio Shack employees on how to make a sale.
I did hit a trolley. I went, it's weird. We don't have any trolleys in New Jersey, of course.
In Parsippany, no.
Not Parsippany, but what I did was I went cross-country once on a road trip. I went all the way out to San Francisco, the San Francisco treat.
I heard about that.
And it was all the way at the top of the hill, like all the way to the top, and then it goes down. Have you ever been to San Francisco?
No.
No. Okay, well, it just goes down for a long time and then ends up in the wharf.
Okay.
We're talking miles down a hill.
Yeah.
At, very intense grades.
But you said you went cross-country. Did you bring the car with you?
I trailered it.
Okay. What were you driving?
Oh, I had rented a Corsica.
Okay.
From Alamo.
Now I follow you.
Yeah, I rented a Corsica.
You rented a Corsica from Alamo.
I went straight to U-Haul. I got a trailer hitch put on it. Rented a trailer, put my Corsica up on it, and I said, honey, you and me are going cross-country.
And you're talking to the car?
Yeah. No, my wife was with me, but we didn't speak the entire way.
Oh, what's that sound? It's time for our employee mailbag. That's right. That's a little segment we do here, and that is something that we are doing because it is a podcast.
One of the policies we do have here at Radio Shack is we want the customer to be heard. Mm-hmm. We want the employees to be heard.
Yeah.
So what we do is we have a mail slot in the front of the building, and you can tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see improved, and we will read them.
We do. It's employees only can leave these. And
well, there's a customer box too, but we will not read those.
I'll never read those. No. Employees I'll read. And it has to be anonymous because I don't want to know.
But you should sign your name at the bottom.
Just don't tell me what it is.
I
can't read.
I won't read it to you. Right.
Thank you.
I read these.
I have a tough time reading.
I know you don't.
So our first letter comes from Anonymous. And it says, correct me if I'm wrong here, Don. How do I get into the cash register?
It doesn't say that, Phil. We just talked about this. You can't read.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what it says?
Is this a question you're asking?
No. No.
Are you sure? Because the other day I saw you at the cash register, and you were just looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, and then you took the trading book and you just smashed all the keys at one time.
I mean, okay, well, and then that's all you saw? Yeah, because that's all that happened.
That is not all I saw.
That's okay. What else did you see?
I saw the part where you pulled your pants down, and then you just sat on it.
Okay. Yep, and that's all. That's it.
Well, then you farted by accident.
Okay. Yep, and that's all you saw.
That's all I saw. At that point, I thought I had seen enough, and I should give you some privacy. Why? What else happened?
Well, I tried to smash into it with my head approximately for 30 minutes, thinking that it would just pop open with a ka-ching.
Like a child's cash register?
Well, listen, I make the sales. A, B, C. Always be selling.
then that's it's closing. Selling's with an S.
Close it. I don't close. I open.
That's
All right.
true. You do the morning shift.
I do the morning shift.
We open early here at Radio Shack, by the way. For you new employees, you should know we open
7
early.
a.m. 7 a.m., Jack.
Always nearby with values that please. Our tradition of quality brings people back.
Got these new computers coming in with graphical user interfaces.
Now, this is a thing that you're going to start talking about, and I don't even know what that is. Now, tell me about this. Can I do DOS?
You can still do DOS if you choose. It is now called Command Prompt. But what you can do is you can look at the screen and you can actually go around with this thing called a moose. I think it's called. I don't know why they call it a moose. It don't got antlers or anything. It almost looks like a mouse. Little tail on it.
Okay, so now this is something I've
Well,
been...
no, this is important for you to know.
No, this is important for you to know. I think you are going insane. Because you've been talking about... I've been seeing a mouse in the Radio Shack. And I go...
Well-
my man... When was the last time we had a subpar health inspection?
And then I say to you, listen, we are not a restaurant.
Yeah, and then I say to you that how come I get to eat pizza here? Can I get back to what did the anonymous letter say?
Oh, the anonymous letter. Okay, here we go. From Anonymous. Dear Radio Shack, I started at Radio Shack 7 years ago. I am currently doing as much, if not more work than every man at this company combined. I feel I am underpaid. Currently, I am making $4.75 an hour. And as a woman, I feel greatly disrespected knowing that my male counterparts are making three times more than I am.
Hold on. This is a female employee writing to Radio Shack saying that she is being paid less than her male counterparts. And it was what? $4.75 an hour?
$4.75 an hour, which I think
Hold on.
is a pretty good amount of money.
Let me do my calculation right now on my calculator. That's about 75 cents on the dollar. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
How is she making that much?
75 cents? It should be 50.
How is she making that much money compared to us?
She admits she's a woman in the letter.
I am not okay with this
Okay,
at all.
okay, turn the mics up, turn the mics up.
All right,
We're meeting their needs, standing up proud.
they're off. Of course I know how to use this equipment.
More than just a store.
Find out who it is, and we gotta cut her pay in half.
Do we have that authority?
Do you understand? Do you think I give a shit?
Earning respect for Radio Shack takes all we've got and more.
Yeah, no, it's erased. Oh, hey, we're back. So we gotta wrap things up here, but hang on a second. Someone's knocking at the door here. Hey. Oh, hey, Mike.
What are we doing in the storage closet?
What do you mean? What are we doing in the storage closet?
Hey, where's the master tape for the new Radio Shack commercial?
What do you mean? Where's the master tape of the new Radio Shack commercial?
Oh, where's the 4-track recorder?
What do you mean? Where's the 4-track recorder? We're just restocking toner.
I don't even have words for this guy. This guy's the dumbest fucking guy we've ever worked with.
Mike, our boss.
Mike, our boss, is such a dumb fuck. Why else would we be in the closet?
I mean, we have to do this, right?
How else are we going to do the unofficial, unsanctioned podcast?
Training podcast. Yeah. No, I know.
It's coming out soon.
Yeah, we will be out in a minute. Jesus.
Hey, were you trying to break into the cash register again?
No, I was not trying to break into the cash register. Okay, you know what? We have to go.
All right.
have to
Everybody, thanks for listening. Good luck out there. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You are now Radio Shack. All of that.
Good.
And we'll see
all
you
good things.
next time, maybe on podcast, if we do another one of these podcasts.
I'm gonna break the door down.
Okay, we're coming.
We're coming.
All
We're
right.
coming.
All right.
Shut it down. Shut
Okay,
it down. Shut
okay.
it down. Shut
Turn it
down.
off.
We're done in here. We're done.
We're done replacing all the ink for the word processors.
Radio Shack.
And that was the first podcast ever made.
I guess so.
It's only gotten
Yeah.
better, I think.
But podcasting?
Yeah.
Yes, I would say so. Podcast, I would call it a podcast in name only. Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
literally. Just the name. Like nothing else about it. It seemed like just something they were doing.
Well, it was an audio medium.
Yeah.
It was recorded.
Yeah.
And it's now on the internet.
That's true.
So I think they finally made it after like 30
now
years.
it's on the internet. You're right, because we did it. We put it on the internet.
We did.
Yes.
Congratulations, Don and who is it?
Phil.
Phil.
Yeah,
Don
congratulations. So, hey, that's it. That's the end of our show. And thanks for listening, too, by the way. We do want to thank you, right? Because we want to be nice.
We do.
We are nice.
We do want to thank you.
This is nice.
And thanks for joining us. And
thanks for visiting Podcast Town, right? Population, everyone, basically, right?
well, no one because we're all leaving now.
Yeah, but yes.
get out of my town.
We also leave at the end of the show. Like,
Yeah.
we don't live in Podcast Town, Rob and I. No,
it'd be weird.
we live in our. Hey, we have lives. We have families and lives and jobs and
We
stuff.
live in another town.
We live in a different place. Yeah, like we don't. Podcast Town is more of a state of being, a state of mind.
Yeah, if you guys thought that this was a real place that we were to record this episode from,
No, it's not.
it's not.
fake.
It's more of like it's a metaphor for kind of like a collection of podcasts, right?
That's
Like,
that's a great way to. Yeah.
should we change the name to a metaphor for a collection of podcasts?
I think maybe.
yeah, we'll think about it.
Undecided on that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for visiting Podcast Town.
Congratulations.
Okay, bye everyone. See you next time. Right?
I don't care whether you show up or not.
No,
Okay.
please, no.
I don't care.
Rob, we are nice.
All right. Love
Remember,
you.
no, that's too much of the other way. No one wants to hear them say that. How about just how about what I said? Thanks for listening.
Thanks for coming by. We'll see you next
okay,
time.
Great. That's all I was trying to do is get you to just kind of re-say that in a way. But yeah, we love you guys. Bye.
Podcast Town.